I never really know how to start like an actual vlog because I don't really film these that often, but hi. It's May 9th today, it's Saturday, and I decided that today is going to be the day that I attempt to do my off-campus or the deal reread. My plan was to like make my coffee while I'm talking to you, so sorry. I want to read today because the off-campus TV series comes out on Wednesday. Today's Saturday. And so it's like, I know I'm not going to be able to do it once the work week starts. So it's like, today is kind of now or never. And also, I just feel like it's kind of gloomy out and it's the perfect type of weather for rereading. I don't know about you guys. I don't know where you guys live, but here in Massachusetts, it's really not spring yet. It's like fake spring. I'm so upset. It's just been like cloudy, rainy, 45 degrees. We've had a few nice days, but not nearly enough. It's really been rough. But what I think we're gonna do today is go to Barnes & Noble because I wanna buy the TV show tie-in cover. I'm gonna buy one for me and buy one for you, and we're gonna do a giveaway. And then I'll do a reread of that copy. And I think that'll just be a little fun thing for us to start the vlog with, other than me making my coffee. I've been really obsessed with this. You can see I fully have an espresso, but I've been buying this because I'm just lazy. Also buying the Nespresso pods, it's like such a to-do. I don't know, maybe I'm just lazy. This has been really good though. The s'mores Chobani creamer, I'm obsessed. But yeah, I just finished doing my skincare. So I thought, let me just interrupt myself, make my coffee, and then we'll get going in a little bit. I feel like there's been a lot of really good book releases, so I'm gonna have to kind of do a browse, but I'm telling you, this combo. Anyways, I'm gonna do a little browse at the store. I mean, I don't wanna go crazy or anything, but I know there's been a lot of really good new romance releases, so we'll have to take a look. But yeah, I'm hoping I can do the full reread today. I feel like I'm pretty good for finishing a book in one day. So I'm gonna take you guys with me to my bathroom to get ready, because why not? The lighting might get crazy for a sec. Ta-da! This is kind of fun. Honestly, like, I never think to film vlogs. I never really do all that much, if I'm being completely honest. Like, I don't really have, in my opinion, a life worth vlogging. Like, I'm just home a lot. I'm just working a lot. I'm just like hanging around. So I don't know. I never really think, oh, this would be like a fun day to vlog. But I know that you guys were asking for my reread vlog. Also, like, as far as reading vlogs go, I never really know what people want to see. Like, do you want to see my everyday, what I'm doing all day long? Or do you only want to see the parts where I'm reading and talking about the book? I don't know, but we can talk about books in general while I'm getting ready. This is really embarrassing to admit, but I took like, I want to say a month and a half off of reading books, not reading in general, because, and this is the embarrassing part, I was going through a really intense AO3 fanfic phase, which one always sneaks up on me like once a year, where I just cannot be bothered to read an actual real book. And I'm obsessed with reading fanfics, and it's usually brought on by me joining a new fandom or getting a new obsession. This time, it just so happened to be The Pit. If you guys know, I am like obsessed with The Pit. I love it so much. I got like looped in during this season 2 release, and I just became full-fledged obsessed with The Pit. Like, could not stop thinking about it, stop talking about it, could not stop reading about it. So I'm obviously reading all these fanfics, and I just like couldn't get enough. But then I always end up like finally tiring myself out on the fanfics and moving on. So I did have like a little crazy time just being obsessed with fanfics. If you're wondering, if you're a fan of The Pit, if you're wondering what I was reading, it was just like every single Langdon Mel fic, to be honest with you. If you know, you know. But I have now resorted back to reading actual books. I just finished the other day, what was it called? I just finished it the other day. Oh, The Rule of Three by Sarah Kate. I don't know how much I've talked about Sarah Kate on my channel, but she is somebody that I'm pretty sure I discovered her while I was like away from YouTube, so I probably haven't talked about her that much. But I'm obsessed with every book she writes. Like, she writes this series called the Salacious Players Club series. And each book follows a different couple. It's one of those series. It's so, so good. And now it's been 6 books of Salacious Players, and we have moved on to like the Next Gen series. So the book I just read, it was the 2nd book in the Next Generation series, which I was really excited for it, but I'm gonna be really honest. Was not my favorite from her, which makes me sad because I genuinely do love all of her books. Like, I really don't think there's been a single miss for me yet. This one, I wouldn't say it was a complete miss. I read it, I enjoyed my time reading it. The characters really frustrated me, and I didn't love the relationship dynamics at all. This was actually an MMF romance book. It's about 3 people and they all get trapped on an elevator and they like form this bond and then they all start dating. But like, I just didn't feel like the relationship was equally split between all 3 of them, and I just didn't like it. So that kind of bummed me out because I was really excited about it. But she's already teasing the next book in this series that's going to be coming out in September. And I'm actually very excited for that one because I think it's going to follow one of my favorite characters from the series so far. So that's always really exciting. But yeah, that's kind of what I've been reading. And then obviously we're going to read The Deal today. I am really excited to jump back into the off-campus series, the off-campus world. It's been so long since I did any kind of reread. I'm pretty sure it had to have been over 6 years ago. Like, predating COVID probably, which is insane. But I read the series for the first time while I was in college, so I feel like it's really gonna take me back. I feel like, especially for me, reading off campus for the first time in college, while I was also living off campus in college in Massachusetts, like, it really set the scene for me. Like, I was kind of living my fantasy. So I feel like it'll be really interesting now going back. It's been like almost 10 years. Stop. I can't even think like that. Honestly, COVID has given me this complex where I'm like, there's no way I graduated 6 years ago, right? That doesn't seem right. Like, there's no way. But like, it was 6 years ago, so kind of insane. We're going very minimal makeup right now. Like I said, it's kind of just like a chilling inside day for me. And I don't really need to do a whole lot, but sometimes just doing the basics makes me feel better and like more motivated to go about my day. Even if my day is about to be me sitting and reading a whole book, like, I just feel a little better. I did a TikTok actually doing like my makeup routine. Honestly, if you guys don't follow me on TikTok, I've just been posting like random stuff on there. Like, whenever I'm bored and I just want to talk about something or post something that's like unrelated to book content, I've just been posting on there. I did a little makeup video, so if you're wondering about any of the products, I showed them all in that video, but I can also put it down below or whatever, or ask me. I mean, I'm not really using that many things. Okay. Like I said, I keep it really simple, and then I'm just gonna put this on. This is like Nivea chapstick. I'm so bad with doing like a lip combo. I just feel like nothing looks right on me. I'm so pale. Anytime I put on like a real lipstick or a lip liner or something, it just never looks right. Like, I never like the result, but maybe one day. If you guys have any recs, let me know. This is my favorite perfume. Burberry Her Elixir, I think. Yeah, it's gonna do it for me every time. Okay, well, I'm just gonna finish my coffee and then we'll get going to the store, so. Okay, I just got here. Honestly, living 5 minutes from Barnes & Noble is my biggest flex at the moment. I really hope they have the books. I genuinely probably should have looked on their website to make sure they were carrying the movie tie-in. I didn't check, so we'll just have to see. As I mentioned, the weather today is just so disgusting and gloomy, but we're here. So I literally have to laugh because why didn't I check before going in? Like, why didn't I check before leaving the house? My bad, they did not have the book. I just looked. They don't have it in stores. They don't have it in any Barnes & Noble near me. And they don't have it at Target either, which I thought, oh, at least they'll have it at Target. No. So I just ordered 2 copies online. They should get here this week. I'm still going to do the giveaway, so no fret there. But yeah, so I just browsed around a little bit. There's so many new romance book releases. I honestly get overwhelmed because For me, like now that I have such a large book collection, I really only like buying books when I know that I already love them. I don't really just buy every new release and then like pray I'll like it and then add it to the collection because I just don't have enough space. So I didn't buy anything, but there's a lot of new books, a lot of new releases to talk about. We have to do a video soon. But anyways, I'm just gonna drive home. Luckily, I live 5 minutes away. And then we're gonna start reading. I'll pick one off my shelf and we'll just read one of my old copies. So that's fine. Honestly, I don't know why I was getting so hung up on getting a new copy when I already have two. This is my original copy from Elle Kennedy's website. The abs covers, if you know, you know. These were iconic. And I even have it with a little signature plate. I bought this forever ago, but this was like my OG copy and I have all of them like this is really serious to me. And then I also have obviously the OG Briar U's, but then I went and I bought these copies of Off Campus when they got published. And then they changed the covers like right thereafter. So I don't know. These ones are published by Bloom. They used to make these ones in this size. These are the original Briar U Girl covers. And then these are the published versions of the deal. So I kind of wish I had these in this size, but these are the official published ones. And then they changed them again to be like cartoons, which I don't love the cartoons. I don't know. But I think I'm going to read this one because I've never actually physically read this book. I've physically read this one. So let's do that today. I have so many Elle Kennedy books. If you guys haven't read, by the way, just Top Secret and the Him and Us duology. These are MM romances. Everyone loves to say, oh, Off Campus, it's just copying Heated Rivalry. Let me raise you Him, the OG gay hockey romance. Just saying. I love Heated Rivalry. I would never come for Heated Rivalry, but this is the OG. Let's put some respect on her name. Okay, so we're rocking with this. Let's see if I have a bookmark we can use over here. I honestly might even have an off-campus bookmark. It wouldn't surprise me. Lex, if you're watching, this is my prized possession. Okay, I actually don't have my off-campus bookmark, but I do have an Everything is Better in Boston bookmark. So we'll use that one. I'm always really curious about what people's reading rituals are. Like, do you guys have a designated reading spot? Do you like to read outside? Do you like to read inside? Do you get comfy on the couch? This is kind of like my little spot that I like to read in. But I'm sure I'll move around throughout the day. I don't always stick to one spot. So, okay, we're starting with chapter 1. I am just gonna read until my heart's content. How many chapters are in this book? I don't even know. 45 chapters. Okay, that's not too bad. Honestly, I feel like I'm going to get through this really quick, especially because with books that I've already read before, the rereading experience tends to feel much faster just because there's no like anticipation. I feel like a lot of the time the anticipation of what's to come makes me nervous and then I have to like put the book down. But with this, it's like, I already basically know it's gonna happen. But I'm really excited to read this. I'm so excited to have it be fresh in my mind for the show and to really remember every single detail so that I can be as thorough as possible for my review. So this is gonna be fun. But let's see how far I get right now and I will keep you posted. I'm only a few chapters in, but there's just a couple things that I need to note. First thing, this book just feels so classic new adult. I don't know if you guys were reading romances during like 2012 to 2019, I would say. Before the romance genre like really came into itself in what I would say is like the last 8-10 years, there was a sub-genre called new adult. And I feel like very few people realize how big this was. I used to talk about it all the time on my channel because I would be like, oh, like new adult Rex, because on BookTube back in the day, people just weren't talking about like teen/college romance books. It just like wasn't a thing. Now, you and me both know that's like a huge genre. Back in the day though, anything that was like college romance was considered new adult. And all of those books have just a very similar like I don't want to say vulgarity to them, but just the way that the boys in these books act, like being inside Garrett Graham's head in 2015 is just kind of diabolical. Like it's funny because I don't really remember being in this headspace reading it the first time, but I feel like all of the new adult books were like that. Like I think of early Colleen Hoover. I think of Beautiful Disaster by Jamie Maguire. It's just really funny because I feel like as romance has gotten more popular, authors tend to paint the male main characters' POVs maybe a little less aggressively. It just feels really intense hearing the way he talks about like women and hookups and just like college life, which also brings me to my other point that I wanted to make really quick. I feel like this book, and correct me if I'm just wrong and I wasn't like a part of my college social class in this way, but I feel like this book feels very much like they are in high school. Like the way they describe like, oh, college and like Garrett Graham, he's the sports star, he's the popular kid. Like when I was in college, I didn't feel like there was a popular kid. I also went to a really large public university, UMass Amherst, and I feel like, I mean, there's so many students. I think there's like 30,000 students at that school. So like obviously you're not going to know everybody and be like, oh, that's the popular kid. But I just feel like that doesn't exist in college culture unless I'm crazy. I feel like maybe if you're in like Greek life, or I guess if you're into sports, but it's like Hannah is this girl who's studying music and she's like not associated with the sports world at all, but she's like, oh yeah, I'm like, everyone knows Garrett Graham. Like, is that real? Like, does that happen at colleges? I don't know. It feels very high school to me, but I still love it. I love the vibe of it. It does really take me back though, reading these books from like 2015 era, because I was reading so many romance books back then and I feel like it really wasn't as popular. There was a much smaller pool of books to choose from, but the classics were classics and this was definitely one of them. It's just so funny. Okay, hold on a second. Right here, Allie and Hannah are talking, and Allie mentions that she wants to watch a couple episodes of Ted Lasso before bed. Didn't Ted Lasso come out in 2020? I'm so confused. I'm genuinely about to do some journalism and check my other copy of the book. That makes no sense. You guys, in this version, she says, now hurry up and take a shower so we can watch a couple episodes of Mad Men. I wonder why she changed that. That is so bizarre. Like, was Ted Lasso just popping, so they decided to change it, and she thought, like, young people don't watch Mad Men? How random. I literally clocked that so quick. I was like, Ted Lasso came out in 2020, and this book's from 2015. That does actually kind of remind me of how they edited all of the Pretty Little Liars books to mention TikTok, which is crazy, because those are from, like, 2010 or something. And it has Allie being like, guys, let's watch TikToks. Like, why would you edit the book at all? Like, that just seems weird. That's so bizarre that I caught that, though. First things first, I did move to my bed. Sue me. I know some people are so, like, anti getting in bed when it's the middle of the day. Could never be me. Like, I love being in my bed. Second of all, I just pulled up my phone. I realized I left, like, an army of my Jellycats behind me. Sorry if that's distracting. I am on page 105, so I'm making some progress. You can see. But I just got to the part where Hannah and Garrett, they were studying because, you know, she's helping Garrett, you know, with the ethics class, and they decide to order pizza and binge watch Breaking Bad, and they watch the entire first season together, which I genuinely don't remember this scene at all, but as a Breaking Bad super fan, I was so excited, and I really hope they keep it in the show. I don't know if they will. Obviously, it's kind of a random scene that doesn't really matter, but it's so cute, and just like the way they're already interacting. Like, she still has this crush on Justin, and they've kind of agreed that he'll help her out, and they're gonna go to a party together so he can like show her off and make it seem like they're together. And she's been helping him study, but it's still very early days. Like, they haven't really felt anything for each other yet. She like keeps commenting that he's like cute or whatever, but she like kind of thinks he's insufferable, which I get. So nothing's really happened between them, but I will say this scene of them watching Breaking Bad is probably the first time they're actually like bonding and hanging out outside of the studying. So I just thought it was really cute. Obviously, at this point, we've seen some cameos from the other boys. We've met Allie, and Allie is with her boyfriend Sean. We've been introduced to Cass, who I honestly forgot was like a big part of the book. And I didn't even think about the fact if he would be in the show or not, but I think he's going to be, which is Hannah's duet partner, if you don't remember. I totally forgot that was like a big plot, and I hope they keep it to that in the show. I feel as though the whole musical aspect of the show is going to feel a bit different, especially when we're thinking about the fact that they made Justin a musician versus being a football player, like in the book. So I'm super curious to see how it all unfolds. She did play a song for Garrett on the guitar, and he was like mesmerized by her. Like, I really want to see that in the show. I'm just going to continue on reading. I did take a little bit of a break, but I'm back. I'm here. It's like pouring outside. I was going to maybe go to the store and get some food and stuff, but I don't really want to go out there yet. So maybe in a little bit I'll take another break, but I'm going to try to power through as much as I can right now. Like I said, it would be my goal to finish this in one day, but it might continue to tomorrow. We'll just have to see. Okay, I just got to the scene where Hannah and Garrett kiss for the first time because they're like practicing so that they're more comfortable with each other at the party. And Dean walks in on them, and then she kisses Dean to like prove that it was nothing and they were just like fake kissing for fun. I honestly like forgot that this scene happened. I knew it happened because I know people always make the joke that like Hannah's kissed both Garrett and Dean. But I like forgot how it went about, but it's so funny. Like, I really, really hope they keep it in the show. Also, it's really amazing how now that I'm so committed to the TV show characters and like the casting, reading the book, it's so easy to picture them. Like, I'm fully picturing Steven as Dean. I'm fully picturing Belmont as Garrett, Ella as Hannah. Like, it comes so easy. It's so crazy, especially because back in the day, if you guys are OG watchers of mine, you may remember my obsession with a man named Matthew Nazca, and he was like my original Dean fan cast. I honestly don't know where the Dean fan cast came from. I like to pretend it was me, but I feel like it probably wasn't actually me. I don't know. I'd have to fact check myself, but it's something that I was obsessed with. I really wanted him to be Dean. And so I always pictured him as Dean, like so obsessively. So the fact that now it's like, no, it's totally just Steven makes me kind of happy because I was very nervous at first that I wasn't going to be able to accept a different Dean. But no, I think Steven's going to be so perfect. But yeah, it's crazy how I'm just like seeing their faces as I'm reading. And it just makes me even more excited to see the show. Okay, I'm officially taking myself out to the store because it's what time? Almost 6 o'clock. And I have like 0 snacks in my house and I'm really fiending for like a little something. So I'm just gonna go to the store really quick. It's raining out, so I have my rain jacket on. But update, I'm like 60% in. I'm on chapter 26. Hannah and Garrett just hooked up for the first time. They finally like made their little arrangement that he's gonna help her. I can't believe that it takes that long to get to this point, but I'm really loving it. I love the slow burn. She did finally get Justin's attention and he asked her out to dinner and she said yes. That's supposed to be like a week from where I am now. I don't really remember what ends up happening. Does she end up calling him and telling him never mind? I don't remember, but I'm really excited. Honestly, reading this is making me like so ready for Wednesday. Like, I genuinely can't believe I'm about to see this played out on screen. Like, I'm actually so excited. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the store, get some snacks, and then we'll hunker down and probably finish the book. I mean, I have 40% left and I'm finally in like the juicy part of the book. So I feel like it's even easier to just speed through and read it, but really loving it. It's honestly bringing me right back. Like, I'm enjoying that I don't remember every detail, but it's like still the Hannah and Garrett that I love and remember. So it's really fun to revisit them and reread and everything, especially ahead of the show. Like, I'm so excited. Okay, it might literally be too loud with the rain, I'm not sure, but I felt really inspired to do a random spur of the moment taste test because I saw these gummies that I've never seen before. They're from M&S, who I know does Percy Pigs also, but this is the Colin the Caterpillar Softies, Now, I'm familiar with Colin. I know that chocolate cake that British people always eat. That's Colin, right? I didn't know Colin was also gummies. But these are fruity and creamy gummy candy. I was intrigued, you guys. I don't know. Now I just want to taste it. Just opening the bag, they smell really intense. Look at it. Now, this is my desired gummy texture. I feel like there's a lot of gummies on the market that I don't really like. I'm kind of picky, but these, they have like a soft, like, I don't know what to compare it to. I don't know. It's really good. And I don't really buy into like all those Swedish candies that like went viral on TikTok. I don't really like any of those. I've tried like the Bubs and all of those things. These have a better texture than those in my opinion. I don't know. This is gonna sound weird, but they kind of taste like yogurt in like a not gross way. I'm sorry if that's gross. I love yogurt, so I mean it in a positive way. But okay, Colin. Kind of fun. Okay, well, I'm gonna drive home and then we're gonna keep reading, so bye. So I just read the Halloween scene. If you know, you know. I also read the scene where Hannah makes all of the boys lasagna and wears Tucker's pink apron, which was a scene that was in the trailer. I need to go rewatch the trailer now that I'm like reading the book again to like refresh my memory. I feel like the trailer will feel so different after having it like really, really fresh. But I wanted to talk about Logan and his crush on Hannah that we obviously see explored more in his book. But it's just so funny to me because there's been moments in this book where it's like hinting at him having a crush on her, but he's barely in this book. He's genuinely had like 5 lines. Like he's barely here. He's barely even spent time with Hannah for like 2 minutes. And he's like having this crazy crush on her. And I know that like when you actually read his book, it's like there's more to it. It's more like him wanting the relationship. But at this point in the book, Garrett and Hannah aren't in a relationship. So it's odd to me that he has this fixation towards her when he really doesn't even know her at all. Like, it's kind of bizarre. I don't really remember it reading that way, but I don't know. I guess it probably does go into it more in his book. But yeah, I'm on chapter 30. They're about to go to the Harvard game. And I'm just going to keep reading because I'm kind of breezing through this now. And I'm really, really having fun. So I honestly forgot how intense this book gets towards the end. Like, Garrett kind of dealing with all of his father's abuse and them going to Thanksgiving and his girlfriend's being abused. And then them running into Rob, I think his name was, which is the friend of Hannah's abuser. And then getting in the big fight. Like, I remember it being a big part of the story, but like I honestly forgot like how intense it is. I'm super curious to see how all of this is going to play out in the show. Obviously, we do know that like Garrett's dad is in the show. I'm curious how Hannah's storyline is going to unfold in the show. I honestly don't really know. I feel like the trailer hasn't really given us any insight into that kind of stuff, but I feel like that makes sense because it's like that wouldn't really be what we're seeing from a trailer. So I don't know, but I'm really curious. I'm literally almost done, you guys. This is crazy. I honestly could not remember if there was a third act breakup in this book. I kind of figured there would be, but I just couldn't remember what happened. And Hannah just broke up with him after his dad threatened that he would take away everything that Garrett has if they didn't break up. So Hannah broke up with him and said that she wanted to see other people. Why did it literally feel like the scene in Twilight where Bella tells Charlie that she has to leave and she doesn't want to live with him anymore? Oh my God, like, I hate it so much. It makes me so upset. Oh my God, you guys, I literally have just 4 chapters left. Like, what do you mean? I'm gonna read them. So I finished. Yay. I would say I'm surprised, but like, this is just normal behavior from me. Okay, so I just wanted to give a quick, like, wrap up of thoughts. I mean, I really enjoyed the reread, and honestly more than I thought I would. I genuinely expected to go into this book and feel like, oh, it's so 10 years ago, it's so cringe. And honestly, I still loved it. I loved the characters, I loved the story, and I couldn't help but feel just so excited thinking about the fact that this is gonna be a show and I'm gonna get to watch it in 3 days. I did go and watch the trailer again, by the way. If you haven't seen my initial trailer reaction, I will link it below. But rewatching it just now, suddenly it feels like extremely book accurate. And that one scene of like the Halloween-esque party that I thought was a Halloween party, but it's actually a birthday party, technically does happen in the book, but it's not a costume party in the book. So I think that's the only thing they really changed about it. But other than that, the trailer feels very authentic, and I could kind of like clock a lot of the scenes from the trailer. So I'm just over the moon excited now. I cannot wait to watch this show. And since we are fast approaching the release of this show, I did want to once again touch on how I'm planning to do my review for things, because I had mentioned the idea of doing live reactions, but also doing like a full sit down review. And so I think I'm gonna do like TikTok / YouTube short sized reactions to each episode, and then do a full sit down YouTube video doing my full review and potentially a comparison between the book and the show. So let me know if you guys think that's a good idea, because I like the idea of doing the reactions on TikTok versus on here, just because I don't want them to get copyrighted. So I thought that might be a good compromise. Let me know what you think. I also realized I didn't give instructions on how to enter the giveaway to win the TV show tie-in book. So if you want to enter the giveaway, all you have to do is leave me a comment below. Let me know what scene from the book you hope is in the show or something, or tell me what you're excited to see in the show. It can honestly be anything about the show. And make sure you're subscribed and like the video. And if you're following me on TikTok or Instagram, tell me in the comments so I can give you an extra entry. And then I'll pick someone in the next week. It can be international, you can live anywhere, and I will send you the book. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun today reading this with you guys. I cannot believe the next time we'll be chatting is when I've watched the show. Like, how crazy is that? I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoy reading vlogs like this, please let me know. I would love to hear some feedback. But other than that, I will talk to you all very, very soon in my next video. Bye!